Now in this video we have to learn about the speaker, that is election and functions, कि कैसे स्पीकर को इलेक्ट किया जाता है और उसके काम क्या होते हैं, उसके फंक्शंस क्या होते हैं. Then after that we shall discuss about the Rajya Sabha, composition, qualifications for membership, election, term and presiding officer. Okay, these points are there in your syllabus, so these points also we shall be discussing. And then we shall learn about the powers and functions of the Union Parliament. Union Parliament मतलब लोकसभा और राज्य सभा के जो powers और functions क्या होते हैं, उनके काम क्या होते हैं. And then exclusive powers of the two houses, that is exclusive power, special powers क्या होते हैं लोकसभा के और राज्य सभा के. So these are the points that we have to discuss in this video. In part 1 we have already discussed about the Lok Sabha. Now we shall discuss about the speaker, the Raj Sabha and the Union Parliament. Okay. So speaker, first one we know the speaker is the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha में presiding officer कौन रहता है? It is the speaker. And he conducts the business of the house. मतलब कि जो सारे जो लोकसभा के काम होते हैं वो किसके द्वारा होते हैं? वो स्पीकर के द्वारा होते हैं. It is through the speaker who performs all the work. And then next one is he occupies a position of great authority and responsibility. मतलब कि जो पूरी जिम्मेदारी रहती है, responsibility रहती है, authority रहती है, so that is in the hands of the speaker in Lok Sabha. And नेक्स्ट वन इज इलेक्शन, कि ये जो स्पीकर होता है लोकसभा का उसको इलेक्ट कैसे किया जाता है. सो द स्पीकर ऑफ द लोकसभा इज इलेक्टेड फ्रॉम अमंग इट्स ओन मेंबर्स ऑफ द लोकसभा. एंड जैसे ही लोकसभा एक नई लोकसभा का निर्माण होता है उसी समय जो उन्हीं मेंबर्स में से वो सब वोटिंग के थ्रू एक स्पीकर को इलेक्ट करते हैं. ओके, सो दैट मीन्स स्पीकर इज इलेक्टेड फ्रॉम द मेंबर्स ऑफ द लोकसभा ओनली. एंड व्हेन द हाउस इज डिसॉल्व्ड द स्पीकर डज नॉट वेकेट हिज ऑफिस. एंड देन और जो स्पीकर अपॉइंट होता है वो मतलब कितने टाइम के लिए होता है? He is also appointed for 5 years. And then after that when his house is dissolved, मतलब कि जब लोकसभा इन केस डिसॉल्व होता है तब उस केस में स्पीकर अपने ऑफिस से अपने पोस्ट से नहीं हटता है. और कब तक नहीं हटता है? जब तक कि अगला लोकसभा का अपॉइंटमेंट ना हो जाए, जब तक कि अगली लोकसभा ना बन जाए. ओके, एंड देन ही रिमेन्स इन ऑफिस till a new speaker is elected by the new Lok Sabha in its first meeting. Then the speaker is elected for a term of 5 years, that I have already told you that the term of speaker is also 5 years. So the speaker may resign, है कि वो रिज़ाइन कर सकता है अपनी पोस्ट से फ्रॉम हिज ऑफिस ऑन हेल्थ or on other grounds by submitting a letter of resignation to the deputy speaker. मतलब कि अगर उसको रिज़ाइन करना है अपनी पोस्ट से, so he will have to give his resignation to the deputy speaker. And then last one, the speaker can also be removed by the Lok Sabha if the majority of the members pass a resolution to this effect. मतलब कि जो मेजॉरिटी मेंबर्स है लोकसभा का अगर वो इस चीज़ का सपोर्ट नहीं देते कि ये जो स्पीकर है वो आगे काम नहीं करेगा, सो इन दैट केस ऑल्सो स्पीकर कैन बी रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम हिज ऑफिस. ओके, देन सो दिस वी हैव डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द इलेक्शन ऑफ द स्पीकर. नाउ आफ्टर दिस that what are the roles and functions of the speaker. So उसके काम क्या होते हैं, वो क्या काम करता है स्पीकर. So here we shall discuss in points. That first thing, that presiding officer, that speaker is the presiding officer of the Lok Sabha. And second point, that he regulates the proceeding of the house. that he regulates the proceedings of the house. मतलब कि जो लोकसभा में आगे मीटिंग्स होती है, सेशंस होते हैं, तो फिर उस चीज़ को आगे कौन पढ़ाता है? स्पीकर. ही प्रिसाइड्स एंड ही रेगुलेट्स. एंड देन नेक्स्ट वन इज ही सर्टिफाइज अ बिल एज अ मनी बिल. मतलब कि वही सर्टिफाई करता है, वही परमिशन देता है दैट यस दिस बिल इज नाउ a money bill. And then he maintains discipline in the house. Then he puts the issues to vote and announces the results. He does not vote in the house except when there is a tie. This is another function. And then the last one, he presides over the joint session of the parliament. मतलब कि जब joint session होता है parliament का, so it is the speaker of the Lok Sabha who presides in that. So these are the roles and functions. So at least 4 to 5 functions you should always keep in mind for your exam point of view. Then after this we shall do Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha in English we know it is called as the upper house or the council of states. Okay, then what is the composition? Composition means that is the number of seats in the Rajya Sabha. So the maximum strength of the Raj Sabha can be 250 members. बाकी Raj Sabha में 250, that is 250 members are there. And then next one, election. That is how a member of the Rajya Sabha is elected. So we know that you have already studied in the class that the member of the Rajya Sabha is elected by the elected members of the legislative assemblies. Okay, so how they are elected? By the elected members of the legislative assemblies of each state in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of a single transferable vote. It is very important that how a Rajya Sabha member is elected. So they are elected by the elected members of the legislative assembly of each state. And then what is the term of Raj Sabha? Time period. So the Raj Sabha is, first of all we know it is a permanent house. That why it is called as a permanent house? Because it cannot be dissolved like Lok Sabha. It cannot be dissolved, that's why we call Raj Sabha as a permanent house. And it is elected, that the member of the Raj Sabha is elected for a period of 6 years. And what was the term of Lok Sabha? It was 5 years, whereas Raj Sabha term is 6 years. And 1/3 of the total members of the house retire after every 2 years in Rajya Sabha. Okay, so how many members retire after every 2 years? It is 1/3 of the total members retire after every 2 years. Then what are the qualifications required for a person to be the member of Rajya Sabha? First one, easy one, that is he should be an Indian citizen. Then second one, that he should be at least 30 years of age. And what was the age limit in Lok Sabha? It was 25 years, whereas in Raj Sabha it is 30 years. And then third one, he should have his name in the electoral list, same thing. And then he should not be an insolvent, he should not hold any office of profit, and he should not be a proclaimed criminal, and he should not be of unsound mind. That is, most of the points are same as it was for Lok Sabha, only the age limit that is there, that is changed. In case of Lok Sabha it was 25 years, and in case of this Raj Sabha it is 30 years. And then presiding officer. So in Lok Sabha we know who was the presiding officer? It was the speaker. And in Raj Sabha, who is the presiding officer? It is the Vice President of India. The Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, and he presides over its meetings. Then we have discussed about all the main points which are given in the syllabus, ICSE syllabus in Rajya Sabha. Then after that you have to study about the Union Parliament, that what are the functions of the Union Parliament. So functions, I hope you can learn from the books, various headings which are given, and the function part, legislative powers are there and executive powers are there, judicial powers are there, that you can prepare from the book. And now the main point that we have to discuss is the exclusive powers of the Raj Sabha and the exclusive powers of the Lok Sabha. So what are the exclusive powers of the Raj Sabha? Exclusive, that means special powers of Raj Sabha. So first is the Raj Sabha has some exclusive powers, that though the parliament cannot in normal times make laws on a state subject, the constitution states that under Article 249 Raj Sabha may, by a resolution adopted by 2/3 of the majority, मतलब कि स्पेशल कंडीशन में राज्यसभा जो है वो क्या कर सकती है, दैट इज इट कैन मेक अ लॉ. राज्यसभा लॉ बना सकती है कि कोई भी कानून बना सकती है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ 2/3 ऑफ द मेजॉरिटी. एंड empower the parliament should make laws with respect to a matter in the state list. मतलब कि स्टेट लिस्ट के अंडर अगर कोई भी मैटर है उसके ऊपर कोई कानून बनाना है, सो हु कैन मेक दैट? सो इट इज द राज्यसभा हु कैन मेक द लॉ अंडर स्टेट लिस्ट. एंड देन सेकेंड थिंग, दैट the other special power enjoyed by Raj Sabha is that it may declare that the creation of all India services be made in the national interest. This is the second one. And the third one, that if Lok Sabha is dissolved, कि अगर Lok Sabha dissolve हो जाती है before or after the declaration of national emergency, then the Rajya Sabha becomes the sole de facto and de jure parliament. इसका मतलब क्या है? दैट इज इट टेक्स ओवर द फंक्शंस ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट. कि अगर लोकसभा डिसॉल्व हो जाती है तो सारे काम कौन करता है उस समय? राज्यसभा. सो दीज आर द एक्सक्लूसिव पावर्स ऑफ द राज्यसभा. नाउ आफ्टर दिस एक्सक्लूसिव पावर्स ऑफ द लोकसभा, सो फर्स्ट इज that motions of no confidence against the government can only be introduced and passed in the Lok Sabha. Second thing, that money bills can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha. जो money bills होते हैं वो सिर्फ लोक सभा में हम introduce कर सकते हैं. And once it is passed in the Lok Sabha, then it is sent to the Raj Sabha, where it can be deliberated on for up to 14 days. Then third thing, in case of a deadlock between the two houses over a non-financial this bill, the will of the Lok Sabha normally prevails. मतलब कि अगर किसी चीज़ के ऊपर चर्चा होनी है, किसी बिल के ऊपर, तो फिर किसकी जो है पावर ज़्यादा होती है? इट इज़ लोक सभा. वाई? बिकॉज द मेंबर्स ऑफ द लोक सभा आर मोर दैन द राज्य सभा. So we have discussed and completed this chapter, the Union Legislature, all the important points. I hope it is clear, children. And now we shall have discussion on the next chapter in the next video. And our next chapter is the Union Executive, that is the President and the Vice President.